We're just meters away from the track here at Zandvoort on location on the Dutch coastline. And there has been plenty to get our teeth into in this first Friday of action from the Dutch Grand Prix here at GPFans. I'm Ollie Wilson on location. It's very good to say that. And let's dive into all of the headlines from a thrilling Friday here in the Netherlands. The hand grenade of news was dropped right before FP2 today as the team announced that the FIA Contract Recognition Board had ruled that Piastri's deal with the papaya-clad constructor is the most legally binding, and the youngster will be joining the Woking-based outfit for next season. The CRB met on Monday this week to assess the two contracts that McLaren and Alpine had with the driver, and their ruling was announced by McLaren on Twitter, when they revealed the 2021 F2 champion will be joining Lando Norris for next year, with the contract having been signed on the 4th of July, the day after the British Grand Prix. Speaking to Sky Sports F1, team principal Andreas Seidel was delighted to have the youngster joining his stable. "I am absolutely convinced about his, Piastri's talent and about his potential as well," said the team boss. "He's young, he's full of energy, he has the right amount of self-confidence as well, but at the same time, he's very humble. I'm looking forward to getting going with him next year." McLaren team boss wasn't able to say if Piastri is able to do any young driver testing with the team this season, but didn't rule out the idea and that all those details would be announced in the near future. It means as well that there are more rumours swirling around Pierre Gasly as his future with AlphaTauri is up in the air after rumours were flying around this morning that he could be joining Alpine after the French driver was overheard talking to Carlos Sainz and George Russell about finalising a contract in a video on Twitter, although the French driver has denied that he was talking about any sort of deal with Alpine. I guess silly season is still rolling on after the summer. Let's get into the action on track here in Zandvoort, and the home fans were left a little aghast as Max Verstappen was forced to pull to the side of the road 10 minutes into FP1 this Friday. A transmission fault left Verstappen without power going into turn 4, providing puffs of smoke out of the rear of his car. Hardly the start to the weekend that the reigning world champion would have wanted. But his team principal, Christian Horner, was quick to try and steady the ship. "We lost drive once he took a shift from 4th to 5th, so we need to get the car back, understand that, and hopefully get it turned around quickly for the next session," said Horner. Asked if it could affect the rest of the weekend, Horner added, "I don't think so. Until we know what the actual issue is, we need to get the car back and fully understand it." Helmut Marko has confirmed that there will be no grid penalty for the changing of the faulty gearbox for the Red Bull driver. FP1 didn't go too much better for Verstappen's teammate Sergio Perez either, as the Mexican finished 7th, while George Russell and Lewis Hamilton were fastest overall in the first session of the day, followed by Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, with their teammates Danny Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc in 5th and 6th. FP2 was a much calmer affair aside from Yuki Tsunoda spinning out right at the end after a hectic day on and off the track elsewhere. The Ferraris of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz led the pack, just 4 thousandths of a second, splitting the Scuderia duo, followed by Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes and Lando Norris once again in 4th, splitting the Silver Arrows duo, with Max Verstappen only mustering 8th on the timing sheet. Not the happy first day to the Grand Prix weekend that the Dutch fans would have wanted. We're here in Zandvoort. We've got plenty coming on gpfans.com and GPFans Global on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well.